another New Knowledge. Thank you all for coming. We've got a better crowd than we anticipated, and for those of you who are watching, thank you for supporting this program. Today we are talking about how community development and tourism helps local business, and the first speaker of two is going to be Tonya Triplett, and she is the Community Development Director for the Town of Abingdon.
Good afternoon. We just wanted to share some concerns when I came into this position that businesses have shared with us, and some of the things that the town is doing to improve our relationships and how we treat our businesses. We're doing a lot of work behind the scenes on some ordinance updates and some zoning updates, so just wanted to share a little bit about some of those projects with you. So one of the first things that we heard from some of our merchants and business owners was they really didn't have a lot of time to do marketing. So we created a Christmas, month-long Christmas event to really promote Abingdon as a Christmas destination. The Main Street program and I worked together on some rack cards. We worked on some TV and live remote co-ops for the merchants. We went on to Daytime Tri-Cities in the noon show to promote the Christmas event, and we spent about $100 on Facebook ads. So that has turned into a really successful project, along with tourism's help with getting us some media coverage for that event. We're hoping to build on that every year. So we did an Opens flag campaign, and we bought these beautiful flags that have Love Where You Live open, so that when we do these special events, people put their flags out, and as cars are driving by, they can identify very quickly of who is open. We started a 50-50 facade improvement grant. So in some areas of Abingdon that are not eligible for any other grants, we have created 50-50 facade improvement grants to allow business owners to make some improvements to the outside of their buildings. So these grants are up to $2,500. So you spend $5,000 making improvements to your building. You provide your receipts, and then we will pay you back for $2,500 of those improvements. Does not have to be the full $5,000. So if you only wanted to purchase a new sign for your business and that sign was $1,200, you could apply back for $600 of that. We try to go on pretty regular on Google and TripAdvisor to make sure that there's updates and that everybody's information is updated, and encourage people to be on these platforms. And we, like I said, we just try to make sure that everything's improved. One thing I have not been able to do, and I've contacted TripAdvisor several times, we have about 7 businesses that are on there that have closed. So I'll continue to work on that. If you're not already listed, I would recommend that you do that. I first think of TripAdvisor for hotel stays and restaurants, but if you go on TripAdvisor, at the bottom of the page, there is a tab that says things to do. So a lot of times, if you're looking in Abingdon, you may get the listing of hotels, but at the bottom it'll tell you what else there is to do in the area. We are in the process of zoning updates and our comprehensive plan. So we have a website, envisionabingdon.org. Please go on to that website, look at the website. There's a survey on there. We need your input of what you want Abingdon to look like in the future. This is going to be, the comprehensive plan is going to be about an 18-month process. We have had the company that we hired come in and spend some time in Abingdon in the last couple of weeks. So they're highly dependent on these surveys, so please go on there and put in your input about what you would like to see happen in Abingdon and what you see us looking like in the future. We had a lot of businesses who were running into problems with zoning. We have a very, very difficult sign ordinance. So that's one of the first ordinances that we're going to look at. We've formed a committee, and we will be having our second meeting in February to see what we can do to make that a little bit easier. We had some communication problems between departments when people would come in and need business help. So if you want to do something to your building, if you want a new sign, you needed to see the planning department. There were opportunities that you may need to see the building inspector. So we have all come together, and we've been trying to bring every stakeholder into the room to meet with businesses when they come in, so that we make sure that you have all the information you need to move forward with opening a business.
And those links are on the EDA website?
They're on the town website.
And then the incubator has a link on our website, so you can cross-pollinate.
Last year we did a Best of Abingdon campaign, so we had 28 categories. We did that through SurveyMonkey, and we asked people to go in and vote for their favorite business. So we had service businesses, we had retailers, we had restaurants. It was difficult for us to really provide a lot of different categories, but we did break our restaurants down into breakfast, lunch, and dinner spots. We did specialty retails, we did grocery stores, we did dentists, insurance providers. So we hope that that's going to become a yearly thing, and probably about March we will be putting that survey out again. So please share the survey with your customers and ask them to vote for you. We have a video at the end that we're going to show you the winners of last year. We know that if you have a video on your website or your social media, you get found quicker. So this is an opportunity for you to be able to use the videos. One of the things that I love about Abingdon is the sense of community and the amazing people, and I've given you all some Post-it notes. So if you could maybe be thinking about some of the reasons that you love Abingdon, I'm going to let Jane tell you about some of the things that tourism does to promote tourism businesses.
Good afternoon. How many of you are new businesses? You're not new. Nice to see you here, Justin. Well, thanks for being here today. I am Director of Tourism, and what tourism's main charge is, here, you might need your glasses. Thank you. Tourism's main charge is to draw people into Abingdon, and the more people on the street, the more possibility that they walk by your store. And then your charge, your opportunity, is to get them into your store. So we advertise in a 3 to 5 hour radius, or drive market. Our studies have shown that people who come to Abingdon in general live in a 3 to 5 hour radius, and that's where we invest our resources. So you may never see one of our ads. Let's see if I can do this as Sandy said I could. Oh, wait a minute. No.
That's Sandy's back there.
Sandy's gonna help. I need all the help I can get at any time.
Hey, Jane, what she's doing now, I didn't know who was responsible, but if it's in your category, are you still gonna do the legal size, the maps?
Yes, the shopping, dining, lodging gap. Yes, we will always do
That
those.
is a great tool.
That is us, and we will always do that. And we've got a grant recently to redo our Abingdon destination guide. So those are staples. We don't do a lot of print these days. We rely a lot on web and digital, but those are critical pieces. And what Mike's talking about, If you haven't been by the Tourism Center at 335 Cummings, come in and don't be deceptive, but say, what is there to do in Abingdon? Or I've got company coming in this weekend, what is there to do in Abingdon? And I want to hear about your experience, but our staff is down there and they will direct you. Say, what are you interested? Are your interests food, history, art, outdoor rec? And they will help guide the person who comes in. All right, so synergy. Somebody said, we went to visit, my staff and I went to visit a new business. It was an existing business actually, but it had new owners. And they said, will you help us promote our business? And we said, yes, we will. Will you help us promote our events? We said, yes, we will. And we said, you'll be on our website, we'll tell people where you are and when you have events. And they said to us, why? What's in it for you? And I said, because the better you are, or you succeed, the better Abingdon succeeds. And if we have someplace, if we have a critical mass of things for visitors to do, then they will stay longer. And if they stay longer, what will they do? They will spend more money. So synergy, we are all in this together. All right, this is a little dark. Did you know that the new websites have ADA compliance requirements? And this is a brand new website, so it's got all the requirements, but on this screen, you see how the wording, find your way to play, really pops out. It's not quite as bad on your own laptop or your mobile, but that is an ADA contrast requirement to make the wording stand out. But find your way to play. Abingdon went through a marketing, branding process a few years ago, and they came up with the brand, It's Always Playtime in Abingdon. And it fits, because if you eat, you play with your food. If you're outdoors, you play with the outdoors. If you go to the theater, you're playing with theater. So it fits. So we've been playing with that. You might see an iteration, never stop playing, and then with this, it's find your way to play. All right, so the new trend in websites also is inspiration over information. So pretty pictures speak volumes. So what we want to do is give you enough information to get you in. We want to inspire you to get into this click, and then you see the individual listings. All right, so if you go into our business listing, you have control over what's on this page. You have authority over what's on this page. If we don't have a picture from your business that's high resolution, then we'll put in the Abingdon logo. So if you find your business on here, you don't like the picture, send us a high resolution picture, we'll change it. You will also notice that you're in categories, and you will notice the TripAdvisor. When we created this website, so many people use TripAdvisor that we have an automatic feed. So I would encourage you all, TripAdvisor is not just for restaurants. It's for attractions, it's for retailers, it's for virtually there's a category for you. I encourage you to go to TripAdvisor. One thing that we didn't know, and we just discovered, you know how these listicles are coming out? Top 10 places to do this and top 10 places to eat. Well, one came out a couple weeks ago, and Amanda, our marketing director, delved into it. Do you know that the people putting in these listicles are using TripAdvisor as the feed for their information? So TripAdvisor is a valuable tool. The other thing you can do with TripAdvisor is they provide free business cards that say that you can give to your customer, leave on your counter. Please rate us on TripAdvisor. And you want to send this to have this for your best customers. The other ones you want to take behind the desk and say, what can we do better? All right, so let's take a look at catbirds and see what a business listing might. And again, you have full control over here. You've got your address, phone number, website, hours, really important to have your hours, and then a description. And I didn't go into it in this presentation, but more details that would take you to your website. Send us your information, high resolution, but it's your listing. So businesses, when you were thinking about visiting Abingdon, you want to know, when you're planning a trip, wherever you're planning a trip, you want to know where to shop, where to spend your time, how many places to eat. You may not care, all you want to show is critical mass. You want people to say, oh, there's enough there that I can choose later. I'm not looking at my notes, so I hope I'm not skipping something. Okay. Events. How many times have we heard, I didn't know about that happening. How do I find out about it happening? How can I get the word about what I'm doing? Abingdon Winery has had open fire pig roast. Adventure Mendota does different things. So when you have an event, please send it to, well actually, skip that, rewind. Virginia.org, that's the website, virginia.org, and I've got instructions over here, is a free service where you can list your events. That feeds automatically to our website. It not only feeds to our website, but I believe the regional DMO, whose name, they're doing the rebranding, so I don't know what the name's going to be on March 15th, but it feeds to several of the local websites. You put it in once, it feeds to us. You want to know what's going on? You're planning an event? Check out the events.org or the events section of our website. It will all feed to there. Now, when you do go to virginia.org, make sure you put our region, and that's in the instructions that we have available. Okay? So virginia.org gets you on Abingdon's website, visit abingdonvirginia.com, as well as some others. And that happens to be happening tomorrow night. Here's another one that's a story time with the curator, William King. This is a screenshot from virginia.org, and that's where you can add your business, add events, and packages, and it automatically feeds to our website. All right, so recently, did anybody see this, that Abingdon was literally in vogue? And white birch happens to have been mentioned. So when something like this happens, the power of you sharing it, us putting it on our Facebook page because we want to tout that white birch is right here, Harvest Table is right down the road, Milton's is right down the road. There's a lot to do. You repost it as well and make comments along the way because the dialogue helps pick it up. And another smart thing to do, I bet Nicole was all over this, you might want to hook some paid Facebook advertising to this mention and therefore multiply or expand the value of being in this listicle. Even if you're not mentioned in here, you might want to say, yeah, this is my restaurant, this is what I tout, and Southwest Virginia is the mecca for foodies. So Abingdon Tourism sends those out. If you want to be on, or if you're not on our mailing list, please give me your card or give me your email. And once a month, we send out these mentions. If we had more personnel, we'd send them out every time it happens, but once a month is where we are right now, and capitalize on them. Another way to capitalize on events, and Tonya talked a little bit about this, but Creeper Fest, the Yeti Run, the Appalachian Long Distance Hikers Association, when there is an event, January Jams, Thursday Jams, when there is an event coming up, if you want to offer a package, come to Thursday Jams and the next day go kayak on the river. Create the package, let us know about it, put it on your Facebook page, we'll share it, and you've just expanded your message. Valentine's Day packages, we're advertising those right now. I think I got a slide for that. So send your best 5 photos to Abingdon CVB so that we can talk about you. Share images and videos of Abingdon on your social media channels and share your partners as well. And use the hashtags when you post so we can find you. All right, ad co-ops. This is something we've started doing more of at Abingdon CVB. This is a page out of the 2018 Virginia Travel Guide. This is the page out of the 2019 Travel Guide. what we found, Abingdon had an ad. This is the main print publication that is distributed nationwide, and when people want to come to Virginia, this is a main print piece that they use. We found that we had a lot of 5 or so partners who were advertising in it, but their ads were scattered about. See Country Inn and Suites down there in the lower left. Not real noticeable, is it? So this year, Abingdon had an ad, Howland's Festival had an ad, Country Inn and Suites had an ad, and they were all scattered around. They didn't have any impact. So this year we said, what if we buy the real estate and then you come in on our page, and now you've got the branded ad for Abingdon, and look, there's festivals, there's places to stay, there's an outdoor adventure. Now what you don't see in this is Barter Theater in the magazine has this half a page that they do. And this year, planning for 2020, I want Abingdon to have 2 pages. So I am interested. What we're lacking here is history. What we're lacking here is culinary. But you guys decide. We want to do more of these co-ops. We also did one with WLOS Television out of Asheville, North Carolina last year. Approached us and they said, we are going to do 5 different days where we'll do coverage in Abingdon. Well, we could not afford to buy all 5 days. So we got partners, and each partner had a highlight that one day, and Abingdon had the highlight at the end of the week. So if we share the expense and we share the space, then we multiply our voice, and it saves us all money.
Could you do that 1 second? Yesterday when we were talking, I was meaning, after I thought about our discussion, I thought that maybe what I told you was somewhat wrong. So let me use this as an example. Anybody had an option to work with Jane to get recognition here, because it's costs you something. Okay, it's not that she's not a nice lady, but
It depends on the
it
ad.
costs you if you want the ads with Jane. Okay, so you have a chance. Anybody can do these things. Okay, so I don't want to just advertise kayaking. I want them to come to my company. And likewise, okay, over with what you're doing over there. Well, as much as I'd like to advertise just kayaking for Southwestern Virginia, I really want them to come to my place too. I would like to have the edge. If I invest in it, I ought to get the return out of it, out of that type of thing. Versus the Creeper Trail, you kind of associate that huge successful model with our area. So it would be, even that person, the Virginia Creeper Trail Adventure Damascus, who was there yesterday, they pay to have their ads put in there, so you go to their shop on this type of thing. And I believe that people that come to our area, they want you to tell them the destinations. They don't want you to, I believe, I think there's a time and a place to say, come to us, and let's do mountain climbing. Okay, but most people, I think what they want you to do, make it easy for me. Tell me what that destination you want me to make a reservation at.
Mike said it, made an important point there. Make it easy for your customer. Don't make them wonder about your hours, where your address is. If you're going to offer a package, make it one-stop shop. This is what's in it. If you're partnering with another, for instance, when I worked at Barter, I created the Play and Stay package, and it was a package with a local lodging partner and 2 Barter tickets. You made one phone call, and that phone call was to Barter. You paid one price, and then Barter handled the reservations for you. All you had to do was show up. Make it easy for your customer. And there's been some in it. I think you've done some partnering with.
Well, you called us last year, and we partnered with Mr. Patel, which this young lady works for, and it was our first year on that. And we're talking about it, and we said, hey, let's get on Jane's site this year, make it easy for the trips for these people, and the change we'll make this year, instead of her having to take the time to explain the adventure, she'll get them over to Eva and let Eva take the time okay, to do the last step of getting that reservation. So there's all sorts of partnering we can do if we all just look for the opportunity.
Partner with each other, tag on to the events. The Abingdon is a town that recognizes and invests in providing events that draw people to us, but it's also a valuable service for residents. They realize that arts are an essential ingredient to a vital community, but it's a tool for you. So tag on to it. If you need ideas of how to tag on, call us, we'll help you. Are you group friendly? We have a full-time person who is on the road selling Abingdon as a destination, and groups love us. So do you want, when we have 35 to 50 people, some shops aren't set up for it. If you're a small restaurant and 50 people come in, it's terrible. That's not a good match. But if you are group friendly, let us know. Packages make it easy to book. Submit your photos and blogs. Submit a blog to us. We may post it. And that our site, again, is inspiration over information, so we do a lot of itineraries. You want an example of a 3-day trip in Abingdon? Here's a 3-day trip in Abingdon. Now, we can't list every business in a 3-day trip, but it says to learn more, all we want to do is inspire them. We want the customer, our visitor, our guests to know, all you have to do is come here. You don't have to worry about how you're going to spend your time. There's enough to do. This is a package that Hampton Inn is offering for Valentine's Day. All right, the deadly question or the gold mine question. What is there to do in Abingdon? I won't name the town or the hotel, but I went to a tourism convention, and it was housed in this beautiful, brand new hotel. And the night before the convention started, we ate in the restaurant, very nice restaurant in this brand new hotel. And I asked the server, what is there to do in this town? Not much. It's really pretty boring here. And I thought, oh no, you're about to, oh no, that's very bad. All right, the difference, and that's what you get. Oh, if you're not enthused about it, why should I be enthused about it? This kid, let me tell you what there is to do in Abingdon. Joel Jerkins, owner of JJ Sports Bar and Papa Tom's, he sent his servers, his staff, through Abingdon's ambassador program, and they learned a lot about Abingdon. When his servers were asked, what is there to do in Abingdon, and all of a sudden, they were able to serve their customer. There's this, there's this, there's this, there's this. It put money in that server's pocket because that customer was better served. It also kept that customer coming back, so it put money in the business's pocket, and it promoted business throughout town. Now, Abingdon also is really good. We had a travel writer that came into town, and we always try to structure some free time for these travel writers. So she was shopping on Main Street. She went in one store and she bought some stuff, and the shopkeep said to her, are you interested in shopping some more? And she said, well, yes, I am. She said, what are you looking for? And she said, I'm looking for this. Go 2 doors down and go to this shop. She went in that shop and the same thing happened. So it not only helped the businesses, it helped for the guest experience. So when you ask about what does tourism have to do with helping your business, are you getting it? Are you getting how we're all in this together?
I have a question. Do you know where we can find that training, the ambassador training?
Yes, I will send, if I have your emails, I will send you the link.
Okay, thank you.
It still exists. Oh, we changed the website. I need to check on that.
Okay.
I need to check on that, but I will follow up with you.
It's an excellent.
It is an excellent one. Barry Fireball, who does the leadership program with the Chamber of Commerce, I need a Barry Fireball to do the ambassador program. It takes that kind of energy, but it's great information. I'll find it. Cross my fingers. Good question. Okay. All right, so educate the CVB, Abingdon Main Street, and Chamber and others. Make an appointment first so that You're not catching them at a bad time, and you can get the service that you deserve. Provide the materials, make it easy to sell you. It's a rack card. Rack cards are really good. We love those. Share great quality photos and videos. Stay in touch. Let us know when you have a new product or a new event or a new package. Host a FAM or bring it to them. FAM is short for Familiarization Tour. That's why we call it FAM, because I can't say that more than once in an hour without bumbling it up. But you want people to know about you. We've got a local hotel that in March is going to host a lunch, and we're going to take some tourism partners to talk to that hotel staff. And the hotel staff is going to learn about these businesses that they may or may not have known about. And then we're willing to do that for any business. If you want your staff to know about things to do in Abingdon, all you gotta do is ask. And again, shop at CVB. You come in and say, what's there to do in Abingdon? Tell me about your experience. Please know my office is right upstairs, and I like to listen and okay. All right, so use the CVB, Economic Development Chamber, Main Street Resources, Tourism, and Visitor Research. We have studies. The most recent one we did was in 2012. It's still pretty true. They're very expensive. We'd love to have another one today. But Abingdon Main Street just did a transformational study. I believe they're going to be sharing their findings at the Tourism Advisory Committee meeting in April. Study their marketing plan. I'll use Barter as an example. When Barter runs an print ad somewhere, or even a digital ad somewhere, we may want to go right alongside with them to build that voice, that synergy. So if you're doing marketing of any kind and you want to know where we're going and dovetail on that, now understand our motivation, our marketing circle is out there to get people here. We don't advertise here, you're already here. So sometimes it's more applicable than others. Think beyond the visitor center. Where else can you get your message heard? This is CVB staff. Sarah is currently, I call her our events curator. She is doing the logistics and planning and promotion of 25 to 27 events a year. Those are your vehicles to expand on. Amanda is our marketing director, social media, website, visitor guide. She's a little busy. And Monica Hall is on the road selling Abingdon as a destination. Oh, and there you are.
We wanted to show you the YouTube video of the best of
Thank you.
Abingdon.
I had one more slide.
Oh, you did?
It just said thank you.
Okay. We wanted to show you a little bit about that on that video. One of the other things that I wanted to share with you is we have a little newsletter called the Wolf Whistle. It's free advertising. It's not anything fancy, but you guys have to create the flyers. If it's an event, if you have something new going on, we do it for local businesses. It goes out once a week, usually on Thursdays. We know that there are about 600 people regularly who get it, and then we have groups outside of that are much larger depending on what information we're sharing. So if you have information that you want to get out to locals on a regular basis, be sure to send that to me. I'll share my card with you. There's your slide.
There's any question, and that's my thank you dance.
Can you get it?
Yeah, it's coming, I think.
You may need to escape from PowerPoint for it to show.
Jane,
Are you hooked up to the internet?
move forward.
Oh.
While she's getting it ready, I asked Justin to come in today.
Yeah, he and I talked.
And Justin reached out, and we had not met you, okay? And the partner.
You have
And,
to escape out of
to us, it was so impressive, we thought, if you will come to some of these meetings and
Top
meet
left
the
corner.
people, if you walk away today, the one thing you're gonna get is, everyone around here is your partner. They'll help you.
Down here.
Okay, you know, they can't do your, everything you're looking. If you got ideas, they will jump right in there and give you a hand. He's got a very interesting business, he's getting started up, and I really liked your site, and I liked who you were, and we talked enough that I thought, you ought to come to this event and meet some of these people over here, because if you have an idea, they'll help you. You'll like this one, because you just did it. Eva does marketing for Sue Cressel, it's got a about face.
Is this where it was started?
Med Spa. She calls up and gets Jane and Tonya, and they're looking for a new space. I'm thinking, do you guys have no shame? They need a new building site, okay, up here, and I'll be darned if they didn't find a building site, okay? And put it right next to the tourism.
Yeah.
What a great site.
Yeah.
It's turned out to be. So every time I think you guys don't do something to help, they prove them wrong, okay? So, you know, you truly are working hard to make sure that it's Abington's successful and we are successful
We're in it together.
to do this.
Over to him with that.
Easier said than done.
I know.
Oh, we use this, when you threw it, eventually Mendoza, we'll ask you, what else would you like to do? Most of them are hungry all the time, and this is the perfect one to send them over to you and say, what are you interested in? And here's where they are.
When do you all, sorry, when do you all do a free?
We update it about every 6 months.
Okay, what's the hour changes to you or
To Amanda.
Amanda.
If you send them to me, fine, I'll just forward them.
Was there a-
Just send it.
Okay, perfect.
We'd have something, what's up? Looking at the date, we have one.
There's something, there's a, look at the settings.
2 years old.
For some reason, this isn't showing up. Oh, Sunday. Sunday. I don't know.
Go up here
This
to
was done,
settings.
actually, I said every 6 months, this was done.
If you miss it up, though,
Just
you're-
send it.
you're at the back.
Yeah. And check your listing on the website for the same things. And they voted you in for the tax Monday night, you haven't got the letter yet, we're so happy.
Hey Kyle, do you know how to help us here?
You got any money?
No.
Hang on, I'll just do it on my iPad.
While they're doing this, I've got, I don't know if you guys have what we call our low-hanging fruit, free or low-cost ways to promote your business.
Hey, Jane.
Yeah.
Actually,
Thank you.
What's the name of the video?
Best of Abingdon.
Can I give you the same?
Here.
Yes, ma'am. Just FYI.
Crap, I grabbed the wrong one.
If you send it, in the meantime, if you send it to us, we'll touch it.
Okay, is it set? It won't take a
No, I won't be able to tell now.
It's set back in the 5 days.
No, I just meant I won't be able to tell.
Send it, if you have something that needs to go to the event, send it directly to us.
Okay.
You've seen that, thank you, I think you know all of that. Your comfort suites? Yeah. And you know, we're bringing that, I was talking about it, like, on the family tour for you guys.
Is that the one in March?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're excited about that.
I have a feeling, but Katie and Samira haven't really
Oh.
talked about it yet, so.
Well, then, you don't know. And David, really, you just sat through all that, you had a question for me?
want to share something that you love about Abingdon?
I'll share. I put down opportunity. Just to feel like, especially right now with some good influx of new energy, it feels like in the past couple of years, and the support from you all and the incubator and the business challenge. Seems like there's a lot of good synergy going on. So I would say opportunity.
I like that word.
Thank you. And if you don't know, this young lady takes every single thing that she can do to improve her business. She takes advantage of every opportunity that's ever thrown her way. We sent out some information a couple of years ago. And you want to share a little bit about that, Nicole?
Yeah.
Your experience?
Yeah. The Babson program I went through about a year ago. And it was a business program up at Babson College in Boston. And it was an incredible opportunity, and learned a lot about expanding my business and growing it from where I started. And that was passed along from you all, the actual opportunity to go through the program. So yeah.
If you don't subscribe, or if you haven't friended, or if you're not following White Birch, if you don't do it for any other reason, do it because she uses it so effectively, and her photos are beautiful. So if you want a good example of how to use social media, tune into White Birch Juice.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole, for choosing Abingdon to do your business.
Every time I think she stopped getting into new businesses, I turn the page and I see her up as a yoga instructor up at the winery, and I'm thinking,
I would say same somehow. But that, the Goldman Sachs Babson program, it's called Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. If anyone is interested in it, I highly recommend going through that, applying for the program. In business for 2 years, a certain amount in revenue per year, and a certain amount of employees. I think it's 3 or more. But I highly recommend going through that program if anyone's interested. And I'm happy to answer any questions or point you in the right direction if you are interested.
So the point, I think, of this whole program is that all communities have someone, or depending on how large the community is, a group of people who work to promote the small businesses that are in those towns. And so I think what people don't know is that in this world of politics, there are people in the government who are working very, very hard to establish, to help you establish and to grow successful small business, whether it be the community development director, the tourism director, the chamber of commerce, in the county it's the industrial development authority. There's always somebody in one of those towns that cares about those small businesses. And so, you know, the thing that you need to do is make sure that you go to your local government, wherever your business is, and find out who those key people are that can help you with your business, or that really want to know how they can help you with your business.
Hopefully, if we don't have the answers, we can certainly point you in the right direction to get that information. One shout out to Neil Montgomery is our public information officer, and John Phelps works in our IT department, and there's no way we could have put together this video or delivered all of these 28 prizes for the Best of Abingdon without them. So thanks. We have a huge team, and everybody is working together. So thanks for your help with that project, guys.
Yeah, it was fun.
Anybody else want to share any? You have any questions?
would you mind if you just, does everyone know what he does? Again, I want him in the challenge next time.
Okay.
Now that I found him, okay, I want him to really, you've seen a smattering of the help that you're gonna get, okay?
Yeah.
Get in the challenge, and boy, are you gonna meet a lot of people that, overwhelm you, and, a lot of them are here today, but there's a lot of them that aren't. They'll help you with your business plan writing, or like Nicole, she and us, I think we came through it about the same time on that type of thing. But people will take the time to help you because they were in the same position you were in.
Yeah, so my name is Justin Harris, and so I do have some previously I worked on the Virginia Creeper Trail in Damascus several years ago. I was a manager of one of the bike shops there for about 5 years. Had been gone from that for a little over 4 years, been working full-time at Highlands Fellowship Church. So what I'm doing is I'm not working at the church, not employed at the church anymore. So I'm launching a guided hiking, full-service guided hiking service. So basically, like average Joe, you just show up. Anybody just shows up, and I take care of everything. I provide you gear, I provide you lunch, I provide you transportation if you choose that. And so I've been.
Were you JC's Outdoors?
Yes.
Justin Newcastle
Well, Justin Newcastle was the owner.
was the owner?
Yes.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I worked for him for 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't know Adam. I don't know his last name.
Johnson.
Adam, yeah, he owns that place now. So,
Yes.
so yeah, that's my business that I'm launching. Officially, when I launch it March the 1st. Hopefully the weather will break and people get out.
You got your website up already?
Yes, my website is up, fully missing like, huh?
What is your website?
So I have cards if you want, yeah. If any of you guys want cards. So it's whiteblazehiking.com. White Blaze after the White Blazes on the Appalachian Trail. So most of my hikes are on the Appalachian Trail, but I'm also offering hikes on the VCT, on the Brumley Mountain Trail, and the Holston Mountain Trail. So I've got 4 different trails mainly. Roughly 24 hikes offered, anywhere from 2 hours to 3 days. So,
And the one that I saw on there that I tickled on, but it told me a lot of your character.
yeah.
Like, there's only one thing you won't do. You don't go out with single.
Oh, yes. Yes, I put that out. I will not take single females, solo females on a hike. For my integrity and for the integrity of my marriage, you just never know these days what somebody might do or say. So.
Do you do the channels?
Yes, the Channels is one of the hikes listed. Yeah, it's a pretty popular hike.
And they're all guided.
You get
Yes.
them on the soft trail.
There's a candidate next time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, do you all have any other questions for Jane and I?
No, but I thank you.
Thank
We
you.
Thank you all for having us today. We're going to take the good things and help you with. We want you to be successful.
And at tourism, we like to tell people where to go.
For both of you too, I know it helps. Let us know when you have those necessary council meetings where you want us to come in to tout the accolades for you girls too, because
Well, May is.
everyone needs to know that you're loved.
Thank you. May is National Tourism Week, and we are planning, and we like it when other voices speak for us, because your voice is much more powerful than us, and thank you for that. It truly is about synergy and the support. We're only as good as you, and vice versa, so I thank you for your
But
investment.
together
When
we're
Kathy
really
was
good.
the boss, we knew there was support. We just want to make sure it stays there.
You got it.
The Best of Abingdon campaign, May is also Small Business Month. So we will be rolling that out probably about March, and we'll give people about a month to vote, and then we'll get all the prizes together, and we'll probably be getting those prizes out in May during Small Business Month.
So, again, just to recap, your local community has resources to help your small business. You just have to find it. So, you know, that's kind of sometimes why we're here, is to steer you in the right direction. February the 20th is the do's and don'ts in digital.
Yes, the High Road Agency out of Johnson City will be leading that session, and they always do a great job, and he gives some great resources.
Mhm. So they'll be talking about digital marketing. And again, if you have any questions, there's lots of resources in this room. I will call out another one that some of you may or may not know. Emily Mayo is with, what are you with? Okay. Friends of Southwest Virginia. I'm like Jane, I don't know what I forgot what the new name is going to be, but the Cultural Heritage Foundation and the Appalachian Spring Project and the Friends of Southwest Virginia and Round the Mountain and Crooked Road, that is all one big entity. And so Emily Mayo is a great resource, and her office is at Heartwood.
She's your outdoor specialist that tracks, very similar with all of our end of the.
Yeah, I primarily, so Friends of Southwest Virginia covers 19 counties and 4 cities. And I work with Washington County East. And we help connect small businesses to opportunities, and then connect you to other businesses that may have learned or gone through something that you're facing. And then we do regional scale projects to ultimately bring access to outdoor recreation and connectivity.
Are you gonna tell everyone what you do? You're the quiet one that never is quiet.
Well, I'm Sandy Rattler with Virginia Community Capital. We are a nonprofit community development financial institution. We not only provide funding, but we also do investments. But the biggest thing that I work with is community impact involving programs like this that we sit down one-on-one with businesses or help communities put programs together. And I told Kathy and Nita when I negotiated this job, I was keeping up with this program and the Washington County Business Challenge. So it's pretty cool because I see the impact it's going to get. And just for your information, all of these new knowledge sessions are up on YouTube at New Knowledge. That's go to YouTube/New Knowledge, and there's probably over 100 workshops over the last 3+ years, from everything on how to set up QuickBooks to how to fix my LinkedIn profile. There's all kinds of great resources, and we've told people this is probably one of the longest running and continuous professional development programs that I've been working with in the state of Virginia, and it's a great resource. Maybe you want to learn how to develop your marketing plan, go to that YouTube channel and get you a cup of milk and a chocolate cake and sit there in your pajamas and watch something for an hour and a half. There's a great resource.
Yeah, and our business challenge people, for instance, you know, there's all kinds of YouTube videos about, I don't know, job descriptions if you're hiring somebody, or writing a business plan, or how to write a press-ready press release, or, you know, it's really amazing the things that we've done. And of course, you know, Sandy's right again. When she came up with this, we were a little bit skeptical because we were afraid when she came up with the video part of it. And, you know, we were kind of worried that we'd lose our audience. And sometimes we only have 3 or 4 people here, but we might have 200 people online. So, you know, the importance of reaching the public is the reason we're here. So, you know, once again, she was right when she knew. Thank you all.